God used my advisor in telling me some bad things to help me realize that wasn't the school that I should be at. And that's what led me to transfer to Southeastern Bible College in Birmingham, Alabama, which is where I met Grandma Eileen. The second day that I was there, we had a time where the new girls and the new guys got together just to meet each other and get to know each other. And I talked with her and I asked her a lot of questions and she answered my questions. And it was fun getting to know her. So we became friends that day. So that was a really good thing that came out of going to Southeastern Bible College.
Grandpa told you a little bit about his story and how he got to the same college where I was going. I learned about the college actually through the camp where my mom and daddy worked. They worked at a Christian camp. So I would go there every summer when I got to be a teenager. One of the ladies that worked there said, I would like to take you guys to college because I know you're looking for a school to go to. And so she took us on a special trip to Southeastern Bible College. And I liked it so much, I thought, okay, that's where I'll go because it was really down to 2 schools that I thought about going to. It's usually the one you visit that you end up going to, in my case anyway. And so it was Alabama. And the second day I was there, the school had a special tea party for the freshmen, all the new students. And I was sitting in a room kind of about this size, but it was very, very fancy. Red carpeting, just these really beautiful chairs. And there was this young man sitting at my feet. And he kept asking me all these questions, and I thought, who is this person who asks so many questions? And it turned out it was Grandpa Chuck. He said, do you have a ride to church tonight? I said, no, it was Wednesday. He didn't have a car, and I didn't have a car. But he knew somebody who did. And he said, I have some friends who have a car. If you'd like to go, you can come with us. So that night, I went to church with Grandpa, and we sat in the back seat, and we hardly said 2 words to each other. It was kind of a tense time. After that, we started getting to be friends, and we talked together while we ate in the cafeteria. And he said, would you like to go back to that church? So really, we started getting to know each other because we ended up going to the same church, and we got the same ride every week going to that church. And then on Saturday nights, he invited me to go down to the Jimmy Hale mission. It was like a rescue mission where they took care of poor people that came in off the streets. So we started doing that on Saturday nights together. So really, our relationship started around ministry, church, witnessing to people. And I found out that he played the trumpet, and I played the piano. So sometimes we would play trumpet and piano duets down at the rescue mission on Saturday night. And we just got to be really good friends. We found out that we could talk to each other, and it seemed like the other person understood what we were trying to say. And one thing led to another, and we realized that we loved each other, and we wanted to spend our lives together. We knew we wanted to serve God, we just didn't know where or exactly how. We thought maybe mission work. Grandpa thought maybe a pastorate. But even then, I could tell he liked to help people with their problems. And he would do that with the students on campus. We didn't know to call it counseling then. But that was and so when we were almost through with college, one day Grandpa took me out for a ride in his car, and he pulled out a ring out of his pocket. And he said, I would really like you to be my wife because I think we can serve Jesus together. And so he gave me this ring, which I'm still wearing 36 years later. He gave me this diamond ring first, and then when we got married, this other plain ring underneath. So that summer, this was January, and that summer we got married. And you know the funny thing that happened during our wedding? We had designed our ceremony. Grandpa and I had written the message that my daddy was going to preach. My daddy did the service and gave me away. And we wanted a really big Bible, this real big white Bible up on the stage, and we had flowers around it, and we had 3 candles. And each one of us would take one of those candles and light the center one, meaning that now we were no longer just 2 people, we were going to become 1 person. And it's all come together. Well, when I got there that day, the florist who had decorated the church had put the candles way up high, because I guess it was the only way we could do it around that big Bible. And Grandpa's best man stands up at the wedding. He was laughing and he said, I told the florist that somebody was going to have to lift up the bride to light that candle if they didn't rearrange something. So during the service, when we got up there and it was time to light the candles, we noticed the florist had put one of these long candle lighting poles down. And all we have to do is hold up that pole to light it. And at the end, you're supposed to push a little lever on that stick and it puts the flame out. I didn't know that. I'd never used one before. I think it's called a candle snuffer. I just blew out the flame instead of doing it. So some thought that was kind of funny.
Christ-centered.
Intentional.
Balanced, strategic, focused, and intentional.
Committed.
Really kind. Reading stories for me.
Prayerful.
Model the fruits of the Spirit to us.
Faithful.
Persevering. Hopeful.
A great artist.
Giving.
Let us stay at your house every Thursday.
Loving.
Are willing to take time to hang out with us.
Present.
Play piano.
Patrons and creators of art.
Very thankful. Cook food for us.
Deliberately intentional.
Loving.
Hey, Chuck and Eileen. This is Jane Winters, and I want to say I'm honored to get to wish you a very happy 50th wedding anniversary. And as far as something I remember about you, of course, I don't know Chuck as well, but Eileen, I remember you all growing up and had the wonderful pleasure of working with your sweet mama all those years and just considered her one of my dearest friends. And I just want to share with you what she told me was that she was older when she had you, but that you were just such a joy in her life. And I just wanted to share that with you for your 50th anniversary. And Chuck, I know she loved you as well. I wish you the best. Blessings to you for many more years. Thanks. Bye-bye.
50 years is quite an accomplishment. And what an impact you've had over that time. From the marriages enriched with marriage with an attitude, to the example you've set for everyone that knows you, and of course, the many lives touched by the joint venture you both spent the most time and energy on, your children. You answered when God called and have crafted, through His grace, quite a legacy. Obviously, the aspect of your marriage I spent the most time with were your amazing children. We always appreciated having cousins that were close to our age, and we certainly look forward to every chance to see them. Even though we lived far apart, the number of childhood memories that involve Rachel, Michelle, or Stephanie kind of makes me think we were almost always together. I realize now, those few times we were together were just that memorable. Many memories centered around Grandma and Grandpa Wright's house. Adventures on the swing set, marriage ceremonies in their basement, or watching Charlie and the Chocolate Factory while enjoying scotcheroos or cantaloupe sundaes. Even going door to door and singing to the neighborhood while Grandma's health failed. Your girls projected what they saw in you both: kindness and love, boldness and passion, and creativity, whimsy, and fun. So many enjoyable times, from riding rides at the fair to vacations at the Outer Banks, enjoying the Canadian wilderness at the Rennick wedding, and of course, camping. Yes, indeed, this is the very tent that I was sure I was going to float away in as we rode out the storm in West Virginia. Certainly worse for wear after years of my boys loving, abusing it. But in its long history, this tent has never seen a more dramatic scene than that stormy night. And speaking of lasting impressions, I also have to wonder if my interest in television and filming was maybe born out of using your VHS camera. It certainly didn't hurt. Whether we were making movies or just recording our goofiness, being together with family felt worthy of remembering on film. As we've all grown, it's been a blessing to see the same kindness, love, passion, boldness, and fun you taught your girls influence their choice in spouse and vocation, and eventually guide their families. And those traits are easily identifiable in your grandchildren. God has richly blessed your faithfulness to Him. Congratulations on 50 amazing years.
Hey, Chuck and Eileen, congratulations on your 50th anniversary.
We are so proud to be a part of this wonderful celebration.
We love you.
We love you.